Hello and welcome everyone to this new lesson, second stage, English, the second semester of Travel 6. The title of this lesson, Unit 2, Vocabulary and Grammar. This lesson prepared by Noura Sifyani and presented by Faisal Al-Shehri. Our objectives for this lesson today is to use confusing words correctly. Number 2, to practice phrasal verbs with come. And the third objective, to apply the adverbial clauses correctly. Okay, so we are going to use confusing words in the right way. And also we are going to practice phrasal verbs with come. And the third objective, to apply adverbial clauses in the right way, correctly. All right, those are the objectives of this lesson. Now, warming up a bit, vocabulary, words easily confused, also plus phrasal verb come. So we are going to start with words easily confused. Confused mean it's not clear if it's carrying such a meaning or has a different one. So you are confused. Is it the same meaning in your mind or there is another meaning? So words easily confused plus the phrasal verb. Now let's go to the context, the first slide of our lesson. Now we have three words: transfer, transmit, and transport. They are very careful about hygiene, so as not to transmit diseases from one person to another. Okay, they are very careful about hygiene, so as not to transmit diseases from one person to another. What's the meaning of the word transmit in this sentence? The second sentence is, will you please tell me how to transfer the money to my bank account? Will you please tell me how to transfer the money to my bank account? And the third word is transport. The sentence says, there is a bus that will transport you to the swimming pool if you like. All right, so we have three different words and also different meaning: transmit, transfer, and also transport. So you need to know the meaning of each and not to confuse later on whether you listen or even read any English text. Okay, so you need to know what's the meaning of transmit. If you know the whole sentence, you are going to know the meaning of transmit. They are very careful about hygiene so as not to transmit disease. You have to know what's the meaning of diseases, okay, from one person to another. Influ is a disease. For example, you need to protect yourself, and they change seasons from summer to winter, from winter to any other season. So you need to protect yourself, so not to transmit diseases to others if you are getting flu, for example. So the second sentence, will you please tell me how to transfer the money to my bank? I think the sentence it's not difficult. So because we are talking about money, we are talking about bank, we are talking about account, and transfer usually can lead the meaning easily in this sentence. The third sentence, there is a bus that will transport you to the swimming pool if you like. All right, so this is an example for confused words easily. Now I need you to fill the three words which has almost the same meaning in the right spaces for each sentence. So fill in the space with the appropriate word in the following: peak, height, top. Number 1, it is impossible to get through on the phone at this time of the day because it is the, and you have the word hour. Number 2, it's take me only 1 minute to climb to the floor of the building using the stairs. And the third sentence, from this you can see the ocean. Welcome, Shuruq. We have 3 different words. We need to write each one in the appropriate space. So what do you think for the first answer or first choice? You can start with the easiest one, and then it will be easy to figure. All right, you are going to see the picture in a minute. Okay, so we need to know the meaning of the word peak, height, top, and as I told you before, it's almost the same or has the same meaning, but we need to put the words in the right choices. Okay, hope you can see the slide now. Well, it takes me only 1 minute to climb to the peak or high or top floor. What is the appropriate word with the floor? Can we say peak? Can we say high? Can we say top? What do you think? Sometimes in multiple choices, generally, if you choose the easiest option, it can lead you to the right answers in one way or in another. Okay, so let's check if your answers are the same or not, because we need to write it for each. I'm not quite sure if you can see the slide, Shuru. All right. Let's move now to the phrasal verbs. Now you can see the main word is come. All right. And usually the phrasal verbs, prepositions come with the verb, so it has special meaning. For example, come across, come out, come down with, come in, come up, all has different meaning. And you can see here some sentences has to do with the word, for example, come in. This moment, for example, the meaning of the word coming, or sorry, the phrasal verbs coming. If you can read this, the smoking ban come in 10 years ago. Water charges are coming soon in Ireland. All right, come out, for example, a new Harry Potter book is coming out. Their new film came out last month. So what's the meaning of the word come in? Be introduced. What is the meaning of the word come out? Be published, released for sale. Okay. Also, the word come up happened usually unexpectedly. So something has come up, I must leave. I couldn't go as something came up. All right. So this is the phrasal verb of the word come. Now, we need to evaluate our knowledge, or you want to see the phrasal verbs with the word come, the one you have seen previously. So fill in the space with the appropriate phrasal verb. Come up with, come into, come round. So the burglar broke into the house of a man who had recently a lot of money. So can you say come up with, come into, come around? What do you think the right choice? The right phrasal verbs? Rita fainted as soon as she heard the news, and come up with, come into, come around after an hour. Okay, what about the third one? Has the government... Okay, well done. Now you said, has the government come up with any solution? The economic crisis. We want to know what about number 2 and number 1. If you have an answer for number 2 and number 1. Okay, if you want to make your decision about such sentence. Welcome, Ghadir. Okay, so do you want to check your answer now, or shall we wait to get the answers? Okay, let's see then. Your choice, let's start with your choice. Has the government come up with any solution to the economic crisis? Absolutely right. Well done for this. What about the second one? Rita fainted as soon as she heard the news and came around after an hour. So the first one, the burglar broke into a house of a man who had recently come into a lot of money. All these things you can see with come, we call it phrasal verbs. Okay, a verb with a preposition, we call it phrasal verb. Sometimes it always has special meaning. It depends on the situation. Any questions up to now? All right. Any questions up to now? Okay. Now we are going to see a video talking about clauses of purpose, result, and concession. Okay. All right. Now we have heard about the clauses for of purpose and result and concession. So hope you could hear that video. Now I need you to rewrite the sentences below, starting with the words given. So, number 1, even though Ben was tired, he knew he had to keep running to win the race. So we need to use despite, as you have watched the video, how to write the two sentences in one using the, for example, despite. The second sentence, John left because he didn't want to see Mike. So John left so that, and you can put the reason. Okay, Shuruk said, despite being tired, okay, we are going to check now. What about the second one, Lena Salah? Where are you? If you want to participate about writing the right sentence. Okay, we are going to see now. You can say, as you said, Shuruk, being tired, okay? Or you can say the fact that he was tired, and then you put the reason, then knew that he had to keep running to win the race. The second sentence, he wouldn't see Mike. Okay? Any questions up to now? Here we go with the summary of our lesson. We start with the confusing words like transmit, transfer, if you can remember that. And then we move to the word come as a phrasal verbs, come in, come out, for example. Then we move to the grammar clauses, and we watch the video clauses talking about was of purpose and result and concessions. So if you have any questions about the lesson or materials, here we go to the references.